I'm Alex Makovica on the Rural Radio Network. It's time for our weekly discussion with Nebraska Extension's Eric Hunt to learn about what's to come when it comes to the weather. Talking about a very windy forecast yet again today. Eric, just tell us a little bit about what might be ahead for us.
Sure. Yeah, for today, we do have red flag warnings across pretty much the entire state and a broader region. Strong northwest winds, low humidity, ground that's still pretty dry, it's greening up, but not necessarily full of vegetation health for the summer. So we do have a pretty high fire danger risk for the next 24 hours across the state. So please be very, very careful today. It will be cooler today, especially the eastern side of the state than it was yesterday. So a little bit below seasonal norms today, warming up a little bit more tomorrow. Thankfully, we should have less wind across the state tomorrow. So I think the red flag warnings should be allowed to expire tonight. Then warming back up, as I said, toward the middle of the week, and I think we're probably going to be looking at temperatures getting into the low 90s across the southern portion of the state. Certainly south central and southeastern Nebraska have a shot at getting to 90 on Thursday. There's also going to be a slight chance of thunderstorms late Wednesday night and then again on Thursday afternoon across the eastern half of the state. I'm not really anticipating what we call a cap breaking to allow for thunderstorm development, but something to watch out for, particularly as a cold front comes in. We could have some showers and thunderstorms develop east of Highway 183 on Thursday. And if they do form, there's a good chance they may be severe, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Cooling off this weekend or later this week into this weekend, temperatures getting back into the 60s, so a little bit more, closer to seasonal averages. I do think we are probably looking at temperatures dipping maybe slightly below freezing across portions of eastern Nebraska tonight. I would imagine that we're probably not looking at anything significantly cold the rest of the week after that. I do think soil temperatures should mostly stay above 50 degrees during the daytime hours this week. They may dip below in the morning hours, but I think we were so warm this weekend that our current soil temperatures are well to the 50s still. So all that's being said is I think there's a pretty good week of field work for folks that want to get some work done this week. I think that window may be closing a bit as we head into next week. There's definitely going to be chances of showers and thunderstorms, particularly southern eastern section of the state on Easter Sunday. And then I think we're going to be getting to a more active pattern into early May. So I think there's going to be chances of precipitation on a more regular basis once we get into next week. And that really would include the entire state, including areas of the state where we really need some moisture, which at this point would include almost everybody, considering we haven't had much in the last 2 weeks. So hopefully there's some good news in there. But again, I do think there's a pretty good chance for you to get some field work done this week.
I know it's a little ways out, those moisture chances, but folks are always going to ask the question, well, just how much might we get? What are you thinking?
There's definitely going to be chances to get a couple inches over the course of 10 days to 2 weeks. But realistically, that's about our climatological average as we get into early May. I mean, we're getting into a wetter time of year. But we do look like we're going to have a favorable setup for precipitation and severe weather, I might add, as we head into the later portion of April, early May. So, I mean, it's certainly possible that we could get several inches of rain, but it's going to, depend upon exactly where these storm systems end up going, how much moisture they're able to tap into. So for those of us that need a good shot of rain, I don't know that we're going to get a lot of it this week, but I think as we get to late April to May, I think it's coming. I hope. Because we're going to need it.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Eric Hunt is joining us. He's with Nebraska Extension. Our weekly discussion as we preview what's to come in the week ahead when it comes to weather. Here on the Rural Radio Network, I'm Alex Makovica reporting.